What's good? What is good, everybody? Sorry about that. Yes, I am live. The Philadelphia Phillies win again, back to back. This time it was against the San Diego Padres. You know, when Zach Wheeler is on the hill, he definitely makes you feel like this team is a World Series contender because after a night like he had tonight, when he's all dialed in, when he's all in his zone, there's nothing that shakes or rattles this guy. 10 Ks for Zach Wheeler, 8 innings. What ice in his veins and fire out of his hands. This guy is absolutely nasty. Nasty. He's got some nasty stuff. Something we didn't know, right? I mean, just to watch him just run through that Padres offense like a hot knife through butter was just absolutely amazing to watch. Like, this guy gets it. He was a Terminator on the hill. Seek and destroy batters. Like, I love his fastballs. I love the way he works the sweepers and sinkers. And most importantly, just the way he gets batters chasing the balls. And that's what he does with this Padres team. He got him to chase. He got these guys chasing tonight, which made things a lot easier for this Phillies offense tonight. And I'm going to talk about the Phillies offense. I'm going to get all into that. But Zach Wheeler, man, he's a beast. Zach Wheeler is a beast. And the San Diego Padres did not have an answer. Tanner Banks comes in the ninth inning and closes it out. Puts the icing on the cake. But Zach Wheeler's made the cake from scratch. Tanner Banks, all he had to do was come in, just put a little icing on top, put a little Jimmy's on it, if you will. I'm a Jimmy's guy. Don't say sprinkles. That's a violation code in Northeast Philly. We're going to get started with some of the comments here. But again, Zach Wheeler dialed in. He was in the zone. When he's on the hill, he definitely feels like this Phillies team is a World Series contender. With ice just oozing out of his veins and fire out of his hands. I mean, the way he was just painting tonight with his fastballs. And like I said, I appreciate what he's done. I mean, it's just a masterpiece. Just a masterpiece. Joe Hal, my man, checking in. Joe Hal, I got a little beef with you, my friend. He goes, your audio is working now. Yeah, Joe, I got a little problem with you, my buddy. I love you, but call me a Flyers homer on the Matty B show, not cool. I had to mess with you. Wheeler looked like an ace. Wheeler is an ace, Joe. Zach Wheeler, again, sign him up to be a Cy Young winner. 10 Ks from Zach Wheeler tonight. 10 in 8 innings. Unreal. Is it too early to talk Cy Young winner? Cy Young. No, it's listen, he gives this team hope. I mean, Zach Wheeler was in cruise control. Going through that Padres offense like it was nothing, like a hot knife through butter. Again, this is why the Phillies are in first place, because he makes you feel that way. He makes you feel like the Phillies are a World Series contender when he's on the hill. But again, great job. He was just working his fastballs. Inside, low inside stuff. and they just couldn't hit. The Padres really didn't make any kind of contact off them. I think they only had like four hits tonight. Star Wars checking in. He goes, great pitching by Wheeler. Yes. Great pitching by Wheeler. This was a Wheeler night. Star Wars saying Rob did not manage bad today. No, he didn't. He didn't have to do really anything hard. Not when Zach Wheeler takes over a game. Not when Zach Wheeler is running through the Padres offense. He was great. I mean, and then you have on the other side, Matt Wartron, who struggled. Again, Matt Wartron just kept on using the knuckle curveball. Just kept on dialing the same majority of the time. I mean, yeah, he had through an occasional fastball and sinker, but majority of his pitches were the same for the Padres. Like Matt Wartron would just throw the same pitch over and over, the same knuckle curveball. This Phillies team picked up on it. He had 6 walks tonight. Wartron's number is 6 hits, gave up 6 hits, 6 walks, had some like 3 to 4 wild pitches. Like if this game did not benefit the Padres at all. And the pitching for the Padres didn't help them at all. He kept on going into the same wheelhouse. Pitch after pitch after pitch. It's the same knuckle curveball. And in the 5th inning, what happens? Nick Castellanos made him pay the piper. Look like to be a long drive, but I mean, he hit first pitch. He hits a bullet deep to left. Drives it in. And then right after that, JT Realmuto gets on base. Really awesome stuff from this Phillies team tonight. Really awesome stuff. Absolutely Star Wars. 8 innings strong. He was 8 innings strong. And most important, Ricky's watching. Thank you, Ricky, for watching the show. So everyone there on TikTok world, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Again, I am Pat Bernard on the It's a Wrap Sports Network. Yeah, Harper. I mean, yeah, look. Again, you got to remember there are 2 Star Wars. Bryce Harper's going to be shaking the cobwebs. Again, he's back in the lineup. He's probably got Otto Kemp in the back of his mind. I mean, there's a lot going on with him. There's a lot. So again, we'll see what happens with this Phillies team moving forward. But I mean, again, strong stuff from the defense tonight. Obviously, Zach Wheeler going to be the tell of the story today. Just doing an amazing job. Doing an amazing job. Like, I know we've been talking about it's been the same team, and we've been reflecting on the negativities with the Phillies. But if you are looking for a bright spot with this Phillies team for the last 3 years, it's been Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler's been carrying this team on his back for the last 3 years. What's up, Ellis? What's up, buddy? Ellis Rogers saying good evening. He goes, Wheeler's an all-star. Yeah, he should be an all-star, without a doubt. Zach Wheeler should be in the all-star conversation. But it's a shame, man. It's a shame because I don't see this Phillies team winning a ring. I just don't see it this year. But he has every accolade. Like, he needs a Cy Young. He needs an MVP to go along with every accolade he's shattered here. He was just so dominant tonight. And for the Padres team, not having an answer, just not having an answer for 9 innings. 8 of them were rectified by Zach Wheeler. It just shows you how good he is, man. When he's locked in, he is locked in. And there's nothing that rattles his cage. There's nothing that can shake Zach Wheeler. And you saw that tonight. 8 innings strong, 10 Ks. He should be at the All-Star game. He should be in the conversation for a Cy Young. He should be. This Phillies team should do him the deed of getting him a rock. But again, and let's talk about some of the offense. Again, not too much really came from the offense side of the ball. A couple good things you could take away from this Phillies team on the offense. I did see them scoring position, right? You had a couple guys it did come around. Phillies drove in runs tonight. That was a major plus. Something they've been struggling with. What happened tonight? Again, it didn't help that Matt Warntron didn't have his best stuff. It was throwing a bunch of wild pitches. But nonetheless, his Phillies team was capitalizing on scoring getting guys to come across the plate in scoring position. That was a major plus. You needed that. Kempstead up for his offense. Yeah. Yeah. And like I said, really, really good, solid win for the Phillies. I thought this team was going to go up 5-0. I thought definitely Max Kepler was going to pop one deep to center, but he was robbed by Jackson. Elson, he got robbed at the warning track. But again, nonetheless, great win for the Phillies. Great win. Good win. Mike Papernick chiming in saying good win. Absolutely, Mike. Mike, I don't know if you're just checking in, but I said any time that Zach Wheeler's on the hill and the way he produces for this team, when he's in total cruise control, it does make you feel like this Phillies team is a World Series contender. Now, what pitches after him? Not so much. But he was good, man. He was really, really good. He was really solid. JT Muto had a decent night. I think he was 2 for 4. I liked what I saw from JT Realmuto tonight. A couple nice pops in his bat. Marsh got aggressive tonight with this base stealing. You're going to need that. See, that's if you go back to the World Series run, that was what Phillies did great. When they got on base, they were able to play mind games with the opposing pitcher by going after and doing some aggressive base stealing. Because then it confuses the pitcher because now he's got to keep his head on the swivel. And you saw that tonight, Exhibit A. Matt Wartron just kept on, he had to keep his eyes on Brandon Marsh stealing bags. And then also him just he kept on relying on his knuckle curveball that was just not panning out for him. He threw the same over and over pitch. And you know this lineup was going to eventually figure it out. Bye, buddy. My man Ryan, he goes, Patrick, great win. This dominant starting pitching is going to be a letdown. Zach Wheeler, a point 58 ERA this month is a 5-star, and he's the only one that 2/1. Are you serious? Uh, hello there, Mr. Ryan. How are you, sir? I don't know if you heard me. I said when Wheeler is on the mound, he makes you feel like a World Series contender, and he's about the only one. Outside of him, no. Dave says, I'm surprised Wheeler's arm hasn't fallen off yet. Going over 100 pitches. Yeah, Dave, that's what scared me because that's a gambling on the manager with him going over 100 pitches. Listen, man, Dave, I'm actually going to agree with you. This is why you're a smart baseballman, because I feel like you, Dave. Yeah, I get the heat of the moment. You know, you're in your zone. You, you're putting up 10 strikes, right? You're going double digit strikes. I thought with you, Dave, I thought he should have just backed down, but I get it because if you're not going to, like, hindsight, if you weren't going to, pitch the complete game, the complete shutout, like, there should be no business. Go all in or all out. Like, why drive him all the way out to the 8th inning just to bring in Tanner Banks to put the icing on the cake? Because like Dave, I agree with you because hindsight, what this is going to do is you're going to wear out your starting pitching, and then you got to rely on this bullpen come postseason time, and that we all know that could be a scary place. Star Wars goes, Rob likes auto camp. It's San Diego. You So let's get in some of these comments here. You know why I say bye to Buddy Kenny? No, I don't know why. Why did you say that? First, it needed to happen. Stephen Etza says, win number 50. Let's go. Yes. Ranger Wheeler Sanchez. Don't you know who Lazaro or Abel is yet? Yeah. There. He's been dominant to assignment. Yeah. Like I said, I love the Phillies. I love what they're doing. Great win for the Fighting Phillies tonight. Love it. This is like I said, this is a great win. You put away the Padres. Padres has been up and down. And Padres don't really scare me, to be honest with you. Like everyone has this fear of the Padres, and they don't do anything for me. They don't scare me not one iota. So let's go around the bases, shall we? Let's get into that segment. But yeah, great win. And like I said, one of the most important things you could take away from this Phillies team is that they scored with guys in scoring position. Huge. All right, let's go around the bases, everyone. There you have it. Your Phils win 4-0 over the Padres. Great, huge win for your Phillies. Loved what you saw. You had to be happy with what you saw from this team. Let's go around, and I will get back into the stats of this game. But right now, I kind of want to go around the bases, go around, let's see what's going on with the rest of the league. Because right now, currently, the Phillies just won their first 50 games, 50 and 35. Let's see what's going on in the rest of the league. Right now, the Boston Bruins were winning 9-5 against the Cincinnati Reds. Bottom of the eighth. One of the games of the weekend, games of the week rather. The Blue Jays and Yankees battling it out. The Blue Jays are winning 5-4 right now at the top of the eighth. Getting ready to get started with the top of the eighth. You have the Tampa Bay Rays hosting the Oakland A's 4-4 right now. Top of the seventh, the Pittsburgh Pirates again. Starting to rub some eyeballs around here. Pittsburgh Pirates winning 7-0 over the St. Louis Cardinals. At top of the seventh. The Orioles are winning right now 3-0 over the Texas Rangers. The Mariners are about to get started against the Kansas City Royals. The Arizona Diamondbacks are about to get things started with the San Francisco Giants. And the Phillies, like I said, mentioned, win 4-0 over the San Diego Padres. Huge, huge win. I love it. Gotta be happy with it. Boston Red Sox there, Mike T. Didn't mean to say no Boston Bruins. My fault. My apologies if I said that. I thought I said Red Sox. But yeah, regardless, the Red Sox are winning 9-5. Bottom of the eighth. The Red Sox are just pouring it on. So anyway, but yeah, let's go over the stats of this Phillies game because, like I said, I know we majority of this post game show, we've been talking about how good Zach Wheeler has been, and like I said, a couple good things you could take away. Nick Castellanos getting his 10th home run today. Brandon Marsh just being aggressive on the base pads. You have to be happy with that. So there were some good positive things you could take away on the offense side of the ball. Let's go around. So Trey Turner goes 1 for 4 tonight. Schwarber really struggled tonight. He had 3 strikeouts. Did not have his best at bat tonight. He did draw a walk though. Bryce Harper draws a walk, but he goes 0 for 2. Brandon Marsh with Alec Bohm with a hit. He would go 1 for 3, but he also draw a walk. Nick Castellanos with the big home run kind of put the nail in the coffin of this game. Kepler goes 0 for 3. JT Realmuto goes 2 for 4. Bryson Stott goes 0 for 3. But he had a grounder, so it gets him the RBI. Brandon Marsh goes 1 for 3. Again, gets himself the RBI. So like I said, 2 different worlds of pitching tonight. You got really dominant play from Zach Wheeler, and you also had a really cold game from Matt Wartron, who gave up 6 walks, which ultimately came back and bite the Padres. Can't be giving up no 6 walks either. So let's get into my Broad Street bottom line. My Broad Street bottom line is the Phillies, Zach Wheeler just completely dominating this game from start to finish pretty much. Is it Tanner Banks putting the icing on the cake? The offense doing what they need to do tonight, and it was drive in runs, get aggressive on the base pads, play mind games with the opposing pitcher. Matt Wartron just got caught up too much, just favoring that knuckle curveball, and this Phillies lineup figured him out fast. And a huge, huge win. Now winning back to back. Now getting their 50 wins of the year. Let's see how this team can bounce back and go for a three-peat. You know, if they win tomorrow, that's called a winning streak. It's happened before, and it can happen again. But anyway, guys, I'm your guy, Pat Bernard. Stay tuned, because at the top of the 10 o'clock hour, you get the man, the mayor of Mayfair, Matty B, my man. And you know that guy, he doesn't hold back. He doesn't pull punches. He talks straight from his heart. He's real as they come. So, guys, stay tuned. Matt's got you covered at the 10 o'clock hour for all you night owls. All right, guys. Catch you later. Have a good one.